The hidden homeless in Ireland is a massive issue for me, you know. To start off, 14,500 is not the figures. I mean, it's an absolute disgrace that that's the numbers they're putting out there. It's more like 130,000 people are homeless here. And that is actually still not taking into consideration the hidden homeless. So people who are forced into accommodation sharing, which, you know, from my experience from speaking to people, you know, their mental health is really, really suffering, you know, living in a abusive situation, landlords that don't give a shit about the properties, you know, just in bad places, headspaces. It's just a disgrace, you know, and again, the numbers, it's just not straight. Then you look at people who are in their 20s and 30s, young couples, like my daughter, you know, at some stage they want to start a family. They can't. They don't feel safe enough to do so. That's a disgrace. That affects young people's mental health. You know, they're having to look at kind of going, okay, do we need to emigrate? If I rent a property, we get pregnant, we start a family, and the landlord decides, right, you're out. That stress is we speak about it quite openly with her friends, with that age group, 20s and 30s. It's annihilating a whole population. You know, we're not going to have babies because of this. I know that sounds extreme, but it is true. It's factual, you know. And then you look at people in their 40s and their 50s and even in their 60s who've never had the experience of a shared accommodation living. And they're being forced into those situations because they've been chucked out of their homes. Their mental health is suffering. And it's just not acceptable. I find it unacceptable. And we're not talking about it. You know, I mean, you have women and men in their 50s who are being put onto medication because they're so depressed because of their living situations. It's just not okay. And we're not talking about it. In that sense, not enough. The figures are wrong. We're not being given correct information. There is no housing. I'm from Blackpool in the north side, and I am depressed. When I drive through the north side, you go up through Churchfield, up through Knocknaheeny, and I think there's 120 houses in that area alone that are still boarded up. The community have begged and pleaded, we have the skills, let us go in and do it. I'm a carpenter, I'm a plumber, I'm a building contractor. Let us do it as a community. And they're told no, health and safety. I am sorry. If a community wants to come together and take down the boards and give those houses back to a community, what is stopping us? You know? And we are not talking about the asylum seekers and the refugees who are on the streets. It just blows my mind. You know, it's so unfortunate that the right have pushed people into a mindset that these people are the problem. Our government is the problem, and they have left us down time and time again. You're having conversations with people going, who are you going to vote for? Or what do you think about this political party, you know? And they're like, sure, look, they're all the same. We'll just stick with what we have. We've 75 years of Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael. It hasn't worked. It's not working, you know? So let's move forward to something else. There's plenty of other parties out there. There's loads more that are out there that can help the community. We're just in trouble. The next 10, 15 years, we're losing our children. And our children aren't going to have children. And it's time for us to step up and do something about it.